Hey, I'm Kwes, and this is my review of the movie Ant Man, directed by Peyton Reed, starring Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas, and Evangeline Lilly. Oh God. Oh, this movie is so good. I mean, I know I should probably wait to the end to say that, but I had such a good time with this movie. Ant Man is probably my third favorite of the standalones, possibly of all the Marvel films. I'd say it's right behind Guardians. It has to be Winter Soldier, Guardians, then Ant Man. This movie is so much fun. It's a heist movie, but it's a comic book movie at the same time. At the beginning of the film, Scott Lang is an ex-con. He just got out of prison. He has a daughter he wants to support, an ex-wife who wants to move on. But there's obvious struggle in his life. It's not easy to be an ex-con and to make something of yourself. It's a very difficult situation to be in. Eventually he falls back into crime. And as happens in the comics, he steals the Ant-Man suit. Personally, I'm not going to pretend like I'm the biggest Ant-Man fan. I haven't read like the first issue of like Scott Lang's run as Ant-Man. But I did like that that element was lifted from the printed page and put onto the screen for us. My guess is that it probably didn't happen exactly as it did on the screen, but I do appreciate being faithful to the source material. Michael Douglas is Hank Pym. I'm not gonna lie, initially when they first announced it, I was very much against it, depending on which hero you're talking about. I generally prefer the first iterations of each character. Hank Pym was the original Ant-Man, so to have him not be the prime Ant-Man, so to speak, of this movie, I thought what I initially was skeptical about. But when you watch the movie, while you don't necessarily get to see Hank Pym as Ant-Man, you understand that his run has come to an end. He's done with being Ant-Man, and he now needs a successor. In fact, Hank Pym is retired. Because of the nature of Ant-Man's powers, he was never really a known superhero. He's not really told anyone, barring his daughter, who's played really well by Evangeline Lilly. No one knows that he was Ant-Man, barring S.H.I.E.L.D., which explains why no one really talks about Ant-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Again, great synergy. But his former protege, Darren Cross, who's played brilliantly by Corey Stoll, another actor who you've seen in different places, who's coming up, and again, he has this really great... I don't know how to explain Darren Cross's character. He's the kind of guy who has a mission. And it's not necessarily about, oh, I'm completely right, or I'm the good guy in this. It's a story of conviction. He wants to get it done. He wants to surpass his mentor. He wants to become greater than Hank Pym. He wants to be the next big thing. Darren Cross is trying his hardest to replicate the formula for the Pym particle, which is what powers Ant-Man's suit, what makes him able to shrink and regrow. Which is why Hank Pym drafts in Scott Lang to be the new Ant-Man, to basically stop Darren Cross from achieving that goal. There's a lot of people that I didn't even know were in this film. T.I. is in this film. I didn't even know that. Michael Pena is in this film, and he's easily one of the best parts of the film. He's so funny. I think without him, this movie loses so much of its humor. Paul Rudd, you know what, man? This dude has been out there. I don't want to say struggling. I'm not going to pretend like I've been following his career like all of, I don't want to say my life. I don't want to pretend like I've been following all of his career, but I liked him in Clueless, and I've seen him since Clueless. He's been trying here and there. You see him in a couple things here and there. You saw him in Friends for a spell as Phoebe's boyfriend stroke then husband. Spoilers. You hope for good things for people that you like, and then he finally lands a Marvel movie. There was the whole sort of crisis of Edgar Wright leaving the project, and then there was all these rumors that Ant-Man was gonna suck, but my God, this movie is so much fun to watch. I truly do love this movie. I love Paul Rudd as Scott Lang Ant-Man. It's just such a funny... But it's really funny, but it has a really great take on the idea of who Scott Lang is. Not only as a hero, but as a person, as a father. You get to see him grow into the role of Ant-Man. It's so well directed. It's a really beautifully shot film. The CG is seamless. There's a couple moments where you would expect like, that looks like a weird, but no, it's seamless, consistently seamless. I was just completely blown away by how well the 3D was put together. Like, I'm not a big fan of 3D. I'd rather not go see a film in 3D. But if a film is made, if sequences of a film are made for 3D, let me rephrase that. If enough sequences of a film is made for 3D, then obviously it makes it a better experience. But for the most part, 3D is sort of like slapped on in post production to get a few more, a few more of your dollars and pounds. It's not really that great ever, but this movie makes it that good. It makes it so much more enjoyable, but it doesn't throw it in your face. It knows the balance between this is when to wow you with the 3D and this is when to be subtle. Hats off to Peyton Reed for that. This movie blew me away. Honestly, I can't wait to see it again. It's such a fun film. This movie did something that I can only really credit Daredevil, the Netflix show, with doing as well, which is sort of, it seamlessly blends into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, while at the same time carving out its own distinct place in it. Does that make sense? But again, Ant Man was a great time at the cinema. People say that the Marvel films aren't really films. It's sort of episodic cinema. But this movie is one of the reasons why summertime popcorn flicks was invented. This is what you want to go see. Something that's both huge and fun and enjoyable, but not a waste of your time. In fact, no. Why are you even here? Go and see Ant Man now. Stop watching. Just go like, subscribe, comment, review. Go see Ant Man now. So comment down below. Let me know which comic book character would you like to see next done by Marvel or DC or whoever. Even if you're into like indie comics, or even if you're into one of the smaller publications, who would you like to see get a movie next? Because I mean, if Ant Man can get a movie and Black Panther and Captain Marvel and the Inhumans are coming, sky's the limit. So in the comments, let me know. Down there. Somewhere by like my knees or... So again, yeah, thanks for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. And yeah, no, seriously, go watch Ant Man now. Go on.